Okay, it is 6:01 on October 24th, and we are starting the curriculum and instruction meeting. In attendance is myself, Beverly Albright.
Tanya Bell.
Kristen Thompson.
The first item on the agenda for tonight is high school courses offered for the 23-24 school year. And it looks like Mr. Spores has a proposal to show us.
Thank you. So each year we come in October to propose any modifications, changes, or alignments or realignments that we want to do to our current course catalog. And this is our proposals for the upcoming 23-24 school year. Last year we had a few changes that we proposed. I just wanted to review those. We had an art realignment, a business realignment, a music realignment, and the PE, physical education department realignment. And those impacts have accomplished what we were looking to do. We were looking to increase the AP student enrollment in our AP art courses, which we did by realigning the lower feeder courses into AP. We increased the DE availability and enrollment, which those numbers are just roughly coming out, but we're already ahead of where we were last year. The significance of that is last year all the courses were free. This year it's not, and we're still ahead. Business, we realigned to increase the DE opportunity, which those have done. We're going to increase another opportunity next year with intro to business. Music realignment increased a DE opportunity for a intro to music course, which we had. And the physical education realignment allowed us to integrate the health into the PE courses and add a muscular development course. This significantly impacted the overall master schedule, allowing us to run it at a higher efficiency. Students get more of what they want in their first choices, which was enabled a much happier student body. So the proposals for this year, there is 4 areas. 1, math, a realignment of the course articulation, not necessarily new course, just a realignment of the articulation. Family and Consumer Science, the addition of the Nutritional Science 2. We went down a course, if you remember, 2 years ago in Nutritional Science. So this is to align us to have another level for students to take a full year of Nutritional Science, because currently it's a half-credit offering. So this will also be a half-credit offering for them to have just another opportunity to go one more level of Nutritional Science. Physical Education, we're looking to add a unified sports course. Progressive PE and lifetime fitness. Science, we're looking to remove natural disasters as an elective and add a physical science, and there's more to those that we will discuss as we go through this. So for the math, I actually have 2 of our math faculty here to discuss their...
There's a specialist in that, so he was teaching it, but he's been gone for a while.
To discuss their ideas for the progression of the courses. Introduce Mrs. Warner and Mrs. Tapple.
Good evening.
Hi.
Currently, we have Algebra 1, and then our kids go to Algebra 2, and then Geometry. Our proposal is just that after Algebra 1, we do Geometry first, then Algebra 2. Both of those courses have a prereq of Algebra 1, and that's it, so it's not really... The prereq is covered no matter what order we do, and there's reasons for both, but as a department, we think the switch would make it better for the students and their success rate.
Yeah, so what we've discovered is that the alignment, when you go to geometry, you're using a lot of the Algebra 1 topics, and so by taking that year off, per se, and doing the Algebra 2, coming back is a little difficult. Plus, the only math keystone right now is Algebra 1. So moving the geometry after it will give them that reinforcement if they're not successful on the Algebra 1 keystones the first year. The geometry teachers this year are already preparing to do like a keystone review before the winter keystone exam. And then all the other, as you can see, all the other higher level math courses are Algebra 2 dependent. So what we see a lot of times now is when they take the Algebra 2 their sophomore year, and they wait then to take the trig, the elementary statistics, it's a reteaching of all that material because they've had that year off and they've forgotten a lot of it. So we just think success-wise for the students it would be better to have the order switched back. 'Cause we used to do this when I.
Geometry.
Can I ask, it's
Yeah.
been less than 10 years since we made the switch
Mhm.
that we have
Mhm.
currently. And I'm not complaining. I know that there's reasons
Yes.
for putting geometry where it is in both cases. I agree with you that there are proponents of both and pros and cons for both. But, you know, it'd be great if we could figure out where we want to put it in either
Yes.
ways.
Yeah, because my concern after hearing that, the first thing I thought of is what happens to the kids who are currently taking the thing you want them to have later or now, and then, like, how are you going to align everyone? Because it's going to take a couple years.
That's two questions, we got them both covered.
Okay.
The first question, I think when they switched it, they thought having Algebra 2 right after would make that the Keystone Review course. But there is really, Algebra 2 is the second part of algebra, and there's nothing in it that is on the Keystone. It's a completely different material. Whereas geometry, to do the geometry problems, there is a lot of Algebra 1 in there. So that was how we felt that it makes sense in that respect. And then the second question was, so we have, I don't know, a lot of teachers teaching lots of sections of Algebra 2 this year. So essentially next year, for 1 year, almost nobody would teach it. So all of the kids currently in Algebra 2 would go to geometry. All the kids currently in Algebra 1 would also go to geometry.
There'll be a lot of
So
geometry.
all of us would just be teaching geometry rather than Algebra 2 for 1 year.
So that's how that's how you're addressing it then. You're just going to double up on the one, but you're going to still have to offer a section of whatever you're
Yeah, so there-
theoretically getting rid of that
Right,
year.
So there will be a
To
section
catch
of
all the
Algebra 2
kids
or two
that-
sections of Algebra 2, but the number of sections overall
Right.
won't change.
Right.
So there's no cost infringement
Right.
or no teachers needed for that.
Right, I just made sure that,
Yeah.
Johnny going into 11th grade didn't have geometry when he was supposed to, and now he can't have it.
No,
Like,
they'll
that's,
get what he
that's,
needs. Yep,
yeah.
no,
I'll get what they need.
yep.
You guys with that part?
Yeah.
We also, a lot of kids take the SATs and they come back, like when I used to have them in geometry later on, they're like, oh, there was so much geometry on there and we haven't gotten to it yet. So I think hopefully that will help the SAT situation a little bit too. Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank
for being
you.
here.
Yes, sure, thank you.
So the next one is the nutritional science, second level. This would be in the family consumer science courses. This would be another half-credit course that would integrate with our nutritional science 1, effectively giving students the opportunity to partake in a full year of family consumer science should they choose. It's going to have a lot of the elements of 1, but at a higher level. And there's also an opportunity that Mrs. Wallace put together for a visit to a restaurant school in Walnut Hill College down in Philly. She's done this in the past, but I know when COVID hit, we kind of put that on the back burner and we've never brought it back yet. So this would be an opportunity to bring that back for kind of a second level if the students should get through the first level. There's also a grade department recommendation for these students to achieve in the first level. The second one is our physical education. I actually have Mr. Chappelle here for this one for any questions and to speak a little bit of it. Basically, the first course, I just wanted to say one thing, I'm going to invite him up here. Unified Sports course has been a thought of ours since we started the PE realignment, 2 years ago? We really started talking about it. This is going to support all of the work that our groups have done in the Unified Sports, the Unified Blazer Ambassadors, and this is going to be department recommendation for selected students to integrate with both what we used to have as adaptive PE will be no more. We will just have Unified Sports, and that will be our unifying PE class for students requiring adaptive PE, but also other regular ed students who are choosing to take that as their physical education opportunity. And then from there, I will let Mr. Chappelle speak on the other two.
Sure. All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you for your time. The other two up there, well, I guess with the Unified Sports, just to piggyback off Aaron, really excited about this opportunity because this is going to give some leadership opportunity for both our student athletes and our partners. And as he mentioned, this is a great way to kind of keep building the success with the Unified Sports program that we have here at the Daniel Boone School District. The other two here, Progressive PE, This basically would be an advanced class. So how this would look different than what it looks like currently, we would require our students to change. We also have heart rate monitors, and we've been testing them right now in our other current elective. So it's going to be a great way to monitor data for the kids. So they will be required to wear those, and this is going to be, more of a ramped up PE course for them. It is only PE specific though. And then the last one there, the Lifetime Fitness. So the current elective that we have is called Muscular Development, as you mentioned, and these other ones really almost have their own buckets or siloed. And this Lifetime Fitness, we thought this would be great for all stakeholders, for all the students, so that way if they need an elective, some might not really want to go to the weight room, some might not be interested in unified sports, and as we know, some might not really want to do an advanced PE course. So this one's going to be really an all-encompassing to try to be something that can work for all of our students. So these are our new ones. We're really excited that this opportunity allows us to have them, and this is what I thought of. If anybody has any questions. They're silent. I hope that's a good thing. No, thank you all. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Beth.
Thank you.
All right, so the final one is for the science department. So 2 years ago, we realigned some of our special education courses and made our Foundations of Algebra a regular ed course for students who are not determined to be ready for regular algebra. They need an extra year of foundation concepts needed in algebra that they complete. For those students, we also do not put them in biology because of the algebra element that's needed in biology to be successful. However, we don't really have a good science for them to take to prepare them for biology like we are with Foundations of Algebra for algebra. So we have a standalone natural disasters elective that stood there, but really is just kind of a half-credit elective that people who love science take. We're proposing that we remove that and we add a physical science course. This course will partner with the Foundations of Algebra math course for our 9th graders who are coming in who are not quite where we deem them needed to be successful in either algebra or biology. This physical science course will review a lot of the foundational concepts needed in biology so that we can prepare those students to go into biology and algebra their sophomore year and be the most successful that they can be. It will, like I said, partner with Foundations of Algebra, and this will be for a specific group of students who we are looking to raise their foundational knowledge in both algebra and, in this course, biology. So we're not really adding anything, we're kind of substituting. Any questions about that one?
No.
And then I will mention this because he is not here yet. So that is all of the academics. We've had a staff member who has been working with her dog to get him certified as a therapy dog. Murphy is his name, and he has achieved all of the necessary credentialing to come into the school to be a therapy dog. So over the course of the next couple of weeks, there will be communications and we will go through all the steps to announce this, and then we will come up with a structure and schedule to have Murphy in the building as their first Blazer therapy dog, and so students can partake in seeing him when they have either student-directed time in their flex or study halls. We have not solidified the logistics for that, but Murphy is going to come meet everyone, and that is the last kind of thing.
I actually can speak to that because I had 2 dogs that were certified as therapy dogs, and they went into the school I work in for 4 or 5 years. So we had a program, and they were there every Friday.
Okay.
So, and they would just read with the kids. That's what they would do with us. But
Yeah.
so I know all about it.
So we are looking forward to looking how we can integrate Murphy into our everyday building lives here.
Thank you. Thanks, Erin. Yeah,
It is
and
cool, though.
Erin is following all the policies, and rules that go along with that, so. The only thing before Murphy arrives that I wanted to, our celebrity Murphy. And, you know, Autumn does have plans too, that if ever we can incorporate it down to the other buildings, that we can try to make that happen, you know, depending on schedules, so it's very exciting. I wanted to talk about the draft of the 23-24 school year calendar. I will put it, Aaron, could you turn the projector back on? Thank you. So just a quick highlight, I'll put it up here, but like I said, it is a draft. The highlights are that school would start in the 2023 school year on August 23rd. That's a Wednesday. Ouch. And end on May 31st. It's not much different at all from this year's calendar. Not much changes at all, except for the fact that teachers will have 2 in-service days, Monday, Tuesday, before the students come in on Wednesday. And then at the end of the school year, there is an additional day, a final in-service scheduled for June 3rd. That's the Monday after the student's last day. But teachers will have the opportunity to do their in-service day throughout the year. So if they complete their 7.5 hours of professional development throughout the school year, they don't have to come for that final in-service day on Monday, the 3rd. If they don't complete any of their PE hours, which we will have lots to offer, then they would have to be in person.
Is there an example of this?
She's
Oh, okay. I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, it's movie night? Awesome.
Let's go.
It's telling me that it's in yours. Oh, there it is. It just happened.
47.
Thank you. All right.
23rd, wow.
So I don't know if you guys heard that, but
That's actually one day sooner than
Than
we
this
started
year.
this school
Yeah,
year.
which was
In order for us to be able to get that graduation, the last day on that Friday, that parallels what it is this year. This year's June 2nd. Next year it's actually May 31st.
I can't believe that we're graduating kids in
I
May.
know, it's hard to believe.
It's just amazing.
And in order to be able to get that teacher in service, that 190th or the 10th teacher in service, we created that Monday after. However, made it a float in service of 7.5 hours for the professional staff to do throughout the course of the year.
Well, I think that makes sense.
And that means that the start of the school year, instead of 3 teacher in service days, there will be 2, which is a little bit different than what past practice has been.
Okay.
Do we really want to be done the last day of May?
I can hear the people griping now.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Griping why?
People they're asking to start after Labor Day since we don't do snow days anymore.
Yeah, well, we're never going to start after Labor Day, yeah.
No.
But it is pretty early. We could push it back we could push everything on
I
that
think
schedule
we-
back a week.
Just,
And
we
then
should push it all
have the
back a
6th,
week.
have the 5th be the last day.
That's what I think.
Or the 7th, I guess it would be.
I think May 31st is too soon.
Is it
Yeah,
possible to look at like pushing that schedule back like a week, like the whole thing forward a week, so the last day of school was the 7th? You see, this is something I don't have an opinion about, so.
Neither do I. It's
But,
180 days regardless, so I don't care.
Yeah, but you know that this is not gonna go over
So
well.
in that case of the scenario that you're asking would be a start
Really?
date
People come.
of August 30th.
People are going to complain
Right.
about
With the teacher in service
everything.
being the 28th and 29th.
Mhm.
Now, the students would have.
Let me see when I
30th,
start, and I'll tell you what I
31st,
think.
Half day on the
Please
1st,
do.
and then they would end
Yeah.
When did you guys start?
June,
Then they would end
June
June
7th.
7th, yeah.
and then that teacher in service would be the 10th for fit days, snow days, if we go beyond the 5 fit that we're required. Or that we, if we use up 5 fit, we have to go to a 6 day.
I don't think that,
It would go.
it would, I don't think that that should impact people too much if we make that change, because then you'd still have 2.5 days, and then come back the following week would be, the following week would be,
Or,
would be 4 because of then holiday, Labor Day. And, and then we'd be up to 5.
Yes.
That ramp up wouldn't be that much different than the way we've been doing it the last couple of years. And if there's feeling that, I mean, everything
We
else
start
we
the
do for the whole
28th.
year could stay the same. It would just be
Yeah.
the start and the end that would have to change, right?
And so does Owen J.
yes, it would change the.
I'm just saying.
It would change the half days at the end of the year, being the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. They would have a full day on the 3rd.
I believe so.
Yeah.
He's going to
it
give it to
does.
us today.
People wanted to do those.
Yep, I have now checked.
Oh, can I Venmo somebody?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know I was supposed to bring it to them.
I know the other schools in the county are, there's quite a few starting the same week that we're starting, and then there's some that are starting at the beginning of the following week. So it's a mix across the board. The CTC is starting on Tuesday the 22nd is when they're starting. So if we're starting the following week, the Career Center kids will have 4 conflict days, the 22nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And then the teacher in service days on Monday and Tuesday the following week will be conflict days for them as well.
Six
Yeah.
conflict days for the BCTC kids.
So that's not a big deal.
And then I guess that would go with the same at the end of the school year, the BCTC kids then would be finished with BCTC, but still coming here.
Correct.
So you'd rather it align with BCTC?
And we're probably at about a 50-50 split with school districts starting on the week that we are, and then 50% probably the week after. But a lot of them are starting, if they're starting the week after, they're starting on that Monday the week after.
I know Governor Mifflin, I think
We're the
it was,
28th.
last year ended on May 27th or something, and it was definitely shocking. It's something that you just,
Yeah, they would have been
Just
done,
seems
like we're done the 2nd, so they were done 7 days before.
Well, my brother's kids are always done way earlier in May, but that's Ohio education. That's totally different.
Yeah, we always finished in the middle of May. We go back at like the beginning of August.
Yeah.
so we just wanted to introduce our draft and let you guys think about that a little bit.
Do the summer camps around here kind of go by the schedule that the district makes? Because if you
I
start
think
too early,
they,
then they're missing the last week of their summer camp. But if you end too early, then there's that gap week where parents have to find some kind of care for the kids. And I know from having a younger child that you can't just send your kids to daycare for a week. So that's kind
Right.
of like a lot of these kids will end school and then go right into summer camp.
I feel like the places around here wait for the school's calendar to come out.
the places around here wait for it, but some of the other ones that we utilize, like the 422 Sportsplex go like that. That's like O&J and Springford and some of the others. So you're going to have,
Yeah.
and then some of the ones up. I mean, there's only really 2 main ones around here that go with our
Community
schedule.
center.
That would just be my concern.
The community center and Splash are the 2.
Doesn't Amity have something too? The park?
Technically, we would be starting a day earlier than we did this year. And that's like, if you look at it that way.
Mhm.
And we would be really, again, technically ending a day earlier. It just went into May.
It just because
you
it
know?
It's because it says May 31st.
It's tough, yeah.
When do we have to decide that?
Put it in the committee of the whole next month.
Yeah, I mean, we'll bring it up again for the, I mean, if you want to bring it out of committee to have a conversation with the full board of committee on November 7th, we can put that on as
Yeah.
a discussion item coming out of CNI.
They're just, it's the same as everything. Half complain, half.
You can't please them all.
So we'll move it forward on committee.
Okay.
I did have one more thing that
Oh,
I didn't put
you
on.
didn't put it
I
on
didn't
there.
put it on the agenda, but I just wanted to bring it up because it's going to be here before we know it. I just wanted to make sure that the board was aware that we have Veterans Day preparations in the works. And as of now, we're going to be taking the collection up for about 2 weeks prior to Veterans Day so that we can donate them to the Keystone Military Families in Shoemakersville, which is for Berks County, so.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Well, with that, it is 6:27.
Met Murphy yet?
Oh, wait, we still haven't seen Murphy.
She's just waiting.
Oh, okay. Never mind. We are not done.
So you want to make
Can
a
he
grand
stick
entrance, I
around?
guess.
Yes.
Spring break or something, so they go till June.
Like a real spring break?
Yeah.
That'd be
There's
cool.
Murphy. Rhodesian Ridgeback.
I had a greyhound and a Frenchie.
Oh,
Oh my God.
we had 2 Newfoundlands that were brought in.
Yeah.
Therapy dogs, yeah. Like bears.
And then drooled all over.
Oh, yeah.
Is there anyone who's not a dog person? Anyone who's not a dog person? So, we're all pretty had therapy dogs in our class.
Good boy, Merc. No mooches. No mooches. Everybody's gonna.
Yeah, we got. When Murphy got.
Hey,
big
Murph.
the last time we-
Good boy. Yes. Yes. I kind of want to talk to her. I want food.
We didn't have dinner yet. We had a plumbing fiasco and I didn't know if I was going to make it back down.
You got big since the last time I seen you. Yeah, you did.
Yes, and he has a 7-pound little nugget brother.
No.
He's not 6 months yet. He's great.
Oh, wait, he's a puppy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so
He's
he's not
3
fully
years
grown.
old.
Oh, he's 3 years old. I think
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said 6 months.
Oh, no, I have another one that's 6 months right now.
Oh.
So,
he's got time.
thank you. Good job, settled. All right, well, thank you guys for having us and for meeting him.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing them.
Around the hope so. Well, thank you for having us down here. Yeah, thank you. Oh, yeah.
Okay, now that we've met Murphy, we can conclude at 6:30